Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Madam Suzanne. In this episode, we're going to talk about the time when I started and operated the only upscale transsexual agency I've ever heard of, period, in the US or anywhere else. So it was 2002. I had just broken up with my ex, Lisa Storm, who introduced me to the escort world online. And I had just started my agency. I went and got an out-call promoter license, and I just started hiring escorts. I got an office, and I'm just blowing it up all over the place, right? I'm starting my system. I'm training the phone girls. I'm doing what I got to do. Now we're like probably about 100 girls deep, and we got about maybe 15 phone girls, and I'm training everybody, and we're getting going, and we're making money. All the phone girls, and when I was in the office and getting calls myself and doing all this stuff, we kept getting requests for tranny escorts. I'm like, come on, man, we just have females. So nothing against transsexual escorts, okay? I love everybody. And I got so many calls, and they wanted, back then the Brazilian tranny video porn thing was really getting huge online, and people were just asking for trannies, and the transsexuals were getting all the surgeries and getting the body pumps and the injections and the RG form and the silicone and all this stuff, and the hips and the butt, and they're actually the ones that before Kim Kardashian, all of them, they were the first ones that started the butt thing and butt implants, and they used to have injection parties and all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I love money. I love making money. I'm already in the business. There's so many clients asking for them. Screw it. So I put an ad online, and I hired 8 of them. And I called it lvtsescorts.com. LV as in Las Vegas, TS as in transsexual, escorts.com. And I think at the time we charged $300 for in-call and $400 for out-call for 1 hour for a session. And I hired, I'm telling you, you would never know that this beautiful woman, beautiful big tits, beautiful face, beautiful real hair, beautiful body, small waist, big ass, really nice stomach, nice legs, everything. But you would never, I'm like, how? I saw with my own eyes. I was doing the videos and the pictures, with my videographer and photographer at the time in the studio. And I'm like, that's unbelievable, right? So we did everything Playboy style at the time. So all the photo shoots, all the video shoots, everything was Playboy style, because I wanted to represent and present an upscale. No matter what I do, I wanted to do upscale. So in this case, it was no different. So I wanted to have the most upscale transsexual agency that I can create and run. Everything was going great, right? Most of them did in-calls out of their place. The places weren't really upscale. They didn't have a lot of money, but I helped them just modify it and make it look good and everything. And besides, we had a lot of out-calls, but with the transsexual thing, a lot of gentlemen, a lot of the clients did not want to take the risk of them running, with one of their buddies in the hotel or whatever, with a transsexual escort or transsexual escort coming into the room. So we did a lot of in-call, which was different for that market because, as you know, in Las Vegas, 99% of my calls were out-call to the client's, the gentleman's hotel room or suite, because the backbone of my business, the demographic, the target market was the professional gentleman that's coming into town for 2 or 3 days or whatever for a particular convention that's related to their business, and they're here on business in Las Vegas, and then they go out and they have fun with their buddies, and then at the end of the night they call an escort. And some of them were curious or loved beautiful woman that still has their equipment, right? I worked only with one escort that was post-op, and she did not do half as good as the other ones, because obviously there's a reason why these gentlemen wanted a beautiful looking woman, but still with the junk attached, right? And even some couples. I had a few couples that that's what they wanted. I got a call, and this is gonna probably shock you, but I'm gonna tell you, I got a call from the men from down under, right, which was like a Chippendale thing, and that's what they ordered. There was like 4 or 5 of these guys. They're celebrating whatever they're doing, a nice big suite, and they wanted like 3 transsexuals. Anyhow, so I ended up with 8 of them. We had beautiful Playboy shoots. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm doing the stuff, editing the pictures and the videos and putting the websites together. And I put an LVTS escorts agency website right off the bat, right? I did not do each one as an independent. I just straight up said, this is an agency and this is what it is. Because I've never heard of any of them having a transsexual agency, right? Even till today. Not that I went looking for one, but at the time I did never heard of any, right? So I think I was one of the first, at least in Las Vegas, to do this. So we're doing good. We're making good money. Now we're now summertime. We're sending them out to Michigan to travel, right? They wanted to go and make more money, and the summertime, the Las Vegas business drops, at least by 50%, if not more, in that time. And I'm sure pre-COVID it's different, but back then, most conventions between June and August was pretty much dead, right? And since that's what connected our business to our clients, and that's our demographics, our business, slowed down a lot. But some escorts did want to travel, and just like the female escorts, some of these transsexual escorts wanted to travel. So I would have 2 escorts together would travel to, we'll do a little tour. So we did North Carolina, South Carolina. I think we did Michigan. We did like 5 or 6 states, right? Over I think it was like a 3-week period. Very, very profitable, very, very fun. And they were all happy and they made a lot of money. And they started getting better places and it started getting more upscale. But 8 months into it, this lasts for 8 months, everything is great. 8 months into it, I decided that aside from I think 3 or 4 of them that I continued working with them for a longer period because they were really easy to work with, I decided that I'm going to dismantle the rest of the transsexuals. So I just stuck with 4 of them and had their own websites made and everything. And the reason why I did that is because it was starting to become very apparent to me. And this is with all due respect to the LGBTQ community, to the transsexual community and all this stuff. I have nothing against you. I love you all, guys. God bless you. To each his own. More power to you. For me personally, I started noticing that a lot of them weren't serious about making money. Like I said, I only kept like 3 or 4 of them because they were serious about making money. Most of them just wanted to do a job or 2 and then go out and party. And they'll just disappear. No communication skills. No, hey, listen, I just want to get 2 jobs and I'm done. Because then they knew I'm trying to get a certain amount of money. Otherwise, it's not worth it to me, because I have a phone call to pay, I have expenses, I have overhead. So this is one of the reasons why at the end of the day, I only decided to continue working with like 3 or 4 of them that were really serious about making money and they would not mind doing 5 or 6 jobs at night. And the rest of them I let go. And some of them I noticed they had the mentality like very combative. They had a lot of issues, drug issues and alcoholism and everything like this. So it kind of interfered with the business. And, I'm trying to be a professional here. So I decided that wasn't really a good fit for my philosophy in business and my business plan and how I like to operate. But I got to tell you, it was a wild time, man. 2001, 2002, they started getting really popular online with Brazilian tranny porn and all this stuff. And then it became mainstream. And then, in fact, they added categories to the AVN Awards, the Adult Video News Awards, which is the equivalent to the Oscars in the mainstream movie business. And then in 2003, I started working with them. And this kept on for about 8 months as a full agency. And then after that, I decided to only work with I think 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember which number, but it was very few. And had them as independents, had each one as with their own websites. And I think I ended up with the most I think was five or six, right, as independent transsexual escorts. But we did a great job. They did a great job. They were happy. They were making a ton of money. They never made that kind of money before. And at the time, we charged 300 for in-call for an hour and 400 for out-call. That was a lot of money for transsexuals, because most transsexuals did stuff at the time between $100 to $200 for a session or an hour. So we were kind of like elevated the whole business, and they were really happy that I was able to, elevate their money in the business, and they were making more money. Even we were going 60-40, I gave them 60% because the rate wasn't that high. So I wanted to make sure they make enough money. And the 40% covered the expenses and the phone girl and all the stuff that I had to pay for. So they did good, and they made good money, and I was happy that I was able to help them, and everything was great. So that's my story, how when I had the one and only that I know of anyways, Upscale Transsexual Agency in the US. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. That helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That will help me a lot. I really appreciate you. And hit that gray bell so you can get notified when I post a new video or when we go live on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy. And if you have not found your happiness, please look within yourself. It's in there. You can find it. Thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.